great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Looking now at the lineup for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the center position. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the 3 slot. Here's Zubac. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from Nurkic. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. Will be a fun matchup to watch.
Now, here's Nurkic. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. George finds Leonard. Lob pass to George. And it's George finishing it off.
And a little verticality there from George, not to mention the timing between those two on the alley-oop.
From downtown, and it's Lillard again missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Now, here is George. From deep three-point range. No good on that one. And it's Portland the other way. Here's McCollum. And McCollum with the slam.
McCollum, he's a threat in transition. He excels at leaking out, and then he knows where to run in the open floor.
Outside Leonard. Bucket is good.
Oh, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy.
McCollum against George. Here's Lillard. And the shot is long.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Outside for Batum. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Well, Batum is a volume three-point shooter. If he has any space whatsoever, he's pulling up, most likely connected.
Lillard with it. From deep. It's rebounded by Leonard.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
And here's George for 3. Rebounded by Covington. Trailblazers trail by 3. It's Powell on the wing. This one for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Powell's got his second bucket of the night.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter of the game. Leonard with no one around. And the second chance effort by Jackson.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Jackson against Lillard. Pass to Powell. Lillard outside. There's the 3. The offensive rebound.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive board.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Outside, Batum. From past the arc, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
Cantor checked in for the Trailblazers. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Powell kicks to Lillard. And hits one. Maybe he's ready to get back on track.
A ragged start for him offensively, but he'll take it. That brings him to 1 of 8 from the field.
Pass to George. 6 on the shot clock. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Now here's Lillard. Lillard again missing.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
Leonard, no luck. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Moving it up. Cantor finds Lillard. Here's McCollum. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Trailblazers lead by 1. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Patrick Patterson. Kennard is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Man in at the 2. Here's Simons. Outside Anthony. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. And the 3 off target.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the pass to Man. Kennard against Anthony. That one goes in. Kennard's got his first points of the night.
Nice touch from Kennard. I mean, a lethal mid-range shooter. Given the chance to let it fly.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Jones, no one around him. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Pass to Kennard. The tray. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And it's the Trailblazers on the break.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Now Rondo. Pass to Kennard. Takes a 3. Can't hit that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. The shot by Powell, no good.
Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving them.
Outside for Rondo. Patterson passes to Man. Now here's Rondo. D right on him. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Simons. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Unloads from 13. Anthony's shot is off.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jump.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Passes it to Batum. Zubac against Nurkic. That's a 2 from Kennard. The rebound by Giles. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Lillard with the bucket. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Now Lillard. Nicholas Batum missing from long range. from deep three-point range. And it's Lillard missing. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Leonard. That ball's nice feed that time from George.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
The pass to Nurkic. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession waster.
Inside, here's Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here is Lillard. He's got 6, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard for the Trailblazers. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. And it's Zubac atop the key. Outside, George launches it. Batum passes to Zubac. Kicks it to Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
And that'll do it for the first. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the opening period was 3 points. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man, Joe.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Giles, and it's Covington in at the small forward position. The three from George. Wow, drew the cup. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here's George. After Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession waster.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Now, here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
This is who McCollum is. Someone who's ready to fire as soon as the ball touches his hands.
Rondo against Lillard. The drive by Rondo and stolen by Lillard. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Anthony's checked in for Giles. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Cantor inside. Patterson on him. The shot's good from Cantor.
Yeah, plenty of power behind Cantor's inside moves. Helps him overcome whatever D he encounters.
And here's Rondo. They need this. And Cantor pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 9. And they go to the intentional foul. Use of Nurkic. He's checked in for Portland. In the corner, Powell with it. Anthony on the wing. Over Kennard. And Portland again with the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Rondo looking around. Nurkic with the steal. And here comes the break and an intentional foul right there. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Kennard. Now here's Powell. He has 5. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. A putback. That shot misses. And the Trailblazers going the other way. A wide open look here for Anthony. Rebound by the Clippers. Here's Mann. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Covington wide open. He fires. Hits it from three-point range. Covington's got the lead up to 14 now for the Trailblazers. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones comes in for Anthony. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from George. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Pass to Jones. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Three-pointer, Lillard. McCollum, and the second chance effort by McCollum. McCollum's got 7 points.
And it looks like they left their defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
The Trailblazers on offense. Outpacing them right now in a 15-2 run. Here's Batum. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got 4 rebounds in this game. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Jackson. Banked in off the glass. Jackson's got his second bucket.
Now, whenever Jackson is driving, the D is nervous. He is just brilliant at completing his drives to the rack.
Leonard against Lillard. McCollum outside. Nurkic in the post. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Clippers trail by 12. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Lillard from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah. And I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the point. And here's George. After Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Takes a shot at the elbow. They get the rebound. Zubac kicks to Batum. George up top. He's covered by Cantor. Stolen by McCollum. Over in the corner, Lillard. Out to Anthony. Jones, the pass to Anthony. Tries yet again. Over in the corner, Lillard. Good on the three-point shot.
They'll lead with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now, here is George. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And, guys, George puts pressure on an opponent at both ends of the court. Lockdown D at one, aggressive to get his own at the other.
A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Jones, and it's Powell in for C.J. McCollum. Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Jackson. Now, here's Lillard. Out to Anthony. There's the dish to Cantor. Anthony down low, covered by Morris. That one falls.
There's never going to be hesitation from Lillard on his catch-and-shoot opportunities. His confidence through the roof on those.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Leonard. And it's rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Clippers trail by 19. And that one's good. George.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Powell finds Nurkic. Powell, no one around him. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Kicks to Powell. To the middle. Hits. Got that one from Nurkic. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
A physical player with a large frame. Nurkic was seemingly unbothered by the contact.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Now here's Powell. 1:49 left in the 4th quarter. Misses the 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Talk about an advanced distributor. I mean, there's passes that point guards can make, and there's passes that Rajon Rondo.
Here's Simons. It's stolen by Rondo. Near the 3-point line, it's Morris. Outside, George. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Rondo with the steal. Shot from the wing. George with the bucket. George has got 12 points here in the 2nd half.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And the longer the run goes on, the more momentum will swing their way.
Now here's Covington. Five on the clock. Foul for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Got a piece of it. Rondo passes to George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Now here's Powell. Outside Covington.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but it just wasn't enough.
Well, this one is winding down now. Portland can watch the clock run out. Powell for three. The rebound by Patterson. A three from Morris. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Portland winning this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. The busy freeways of Los Angeles. And with
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in its center. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Count that bucket. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me harken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Holiday with it. Guarded now by Jackson.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
George with the ball. Over to the left wing. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And Lopez gets it to go.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
Now George. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Here's Jackson after the basket by Milwaukee. Zubac against Lopez. Left side, Leonard passes it to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard. That's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
Batum against Antetokounmpo. And the layup's good off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the night.
Impressive. 5 straight makes. Love the play calling here.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Outside Jackson. Outside Leonard. That's tipped. Shot clock at 5. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Holiday against Jackson. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. High arcing shot, and he sinks the layup. Holiday's got his second basket of the game.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And here's Jackson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. It's George on the wing. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Holiday left side. Now the pass to DiVincenzo. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And the dunk by Lopez.
Boy, you love Lopez's effort. This guy dunking is easy for him, right? He's close to the rim, 7 foot. Come on now.
There's 39 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Giannis inside. Defended by Batum, and they'll keep possession. Middleton on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Giannis. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Giannis has got 6 points.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Here's Zubac. And that one released in time, but no good. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he was in.
For me personally, I just...
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Kennard is out there with Morris. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Mann in at the 2 guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, if you just look for a few minutes at Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court, you know why he's called the Greek Freak. But it's the drive that makes him an MVP. He said people try to make it complicated. Life is simple. You know what you want, go get it. Do what it takes every day and don't lie to yourself. Guys, I hope you understand I'm being truthful in all of these reports. Back to you.
Love the intensity. David, thank you. And here is Los Angeles now, following the bucket by the Bucks. And that's going to be a travel. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
He's covered by Rondo. Pass to Connaughton. Lets it go with the 3. The rebound by Patterson. Clippers trail by 7. Floats one up. And Morris throws it down.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Passes it to Connaughton. 13 feet away. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Mann passes to Morris. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Bucks leading by 5. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Here's Rondo following the bucket by the Bucks. A 3-ball. Morris, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Shot from the inbound. Here's Portis. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. 7-point differential. And it's Leonard missing. It's stolen by Morris. And George kicks to Leonard. Buck shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. And that one's good from Connaughton.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
I think this is what we call, quote, running a team off the floor. They have been fantastic in transition.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Batum comes in for Morris, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Milwaukee leading by 9. Giannis outside. He kicks to Holiday. Down low, Lopez. Middleton outside. There's the triple. They get it back.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Now, here's George. No points. And
Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Now here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's George. Hands the shot from the wing. George has got his second bucket.
I'll tell you, you can't put your head down after a tough first quarter. You've got to keep fighting, and now he's starting to roll.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. Batum with the steal.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Here's Holiday. Dishes it to Lopez. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. And so it's Milwaukee. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Jones. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They have a 9-point lead. And you. Thanks for joining us.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Forbes in at the 1 spot. Here's DiVincenzo. Paul George making his last shot. And the dunk by Lopez.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
George passes to Zubac, and the shot goes down. Zubac has got 8. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Now here's Rondo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. That'll put Rajon Rondo on the line. That's on Brook Lopez. The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the night.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball. Exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
Here is Forbes. He's covered by Rondo. The shot by Middleton, wide open and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Rondo with it. To the middle. Shot clock at 6. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Giannis. And with the rebound. Clippers trail by 8, and that's an intentional foul. And the Bucks with some changes. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Bryn Forbes. Now here's Rondo. He dishes it to Patterson. Back to Rondo. To the inside. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got his second bucket tonight.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. DiVincenzo kicks it to Tucker. Portis trying to free himself. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got his second basket.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Now Rondo. Kennard on the wing. Pass to Patterson. Rebounded by the Bucks. Portis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Middleton. Banked in off the glass. And it's a 10-point Bucks lead.
Man, that was a big-time finish. Middleton with the strength now to get hit and still complete the play.
Rondo passes to Mann. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. DiVincenzo against Rondo. Here's Patterson. And too long on the shot.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Morris, no good. Bucks leading by 10. There's the pass to Tucker. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
That's what you call an intimidating finish. Tucker's explosive leaping ability on full display, guys.
50 seconds left in the third. Here's Morris. Softly drops in the floater.
Well, this guy's a capable scorer from the interior. Marcus Morris adept at using that size and touch to his advantage.
And here is DiVincenzo. And Middleton kicks to Portis. Back to Middleton. Over Kennard. They grab their own miss.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Rondo against DiVincenzo. Count it. Rondo's got 5 points now this quarter.
And although not the biggest guy, you got to love how Rondo uses his body inside. Has a great touch as well around the rim.
Middleton the pass to DiVincenzo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
Well, great decision to kick it out. Trust that your teammate will knock down the shot.
In the corner, Kennard with it. Gets it off. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Milwaukee enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Reggie Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George, and it's Zubac in at the center position.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Bucks leading by 12. Here's Tucker. And foul on the and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And he makes that one. Lopez has got the lead up to 14 now for the Bucks.
Well, Lopez so comfortable down inside. This is where he makes his living, Kevin.
Leonard on the wing. Stolen by Middleton. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Leonard against Middleton. Count it. Good.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
George looking around and stolen by DiVincenzo. One-on-one here. Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down hard.
And just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
It's George on the wing, guarded by Holiday. And George with the stuff.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
George against Holiday. High post Lopez. Back to Giannis. 5 to shoot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And attacking with all that wind. When Giannis drives, he's either scoring or at least getting the foul. Wow, what, do you have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And the Bucks making a change here. Tucker's checked in. Here's Leonard. Pass to George. Fires for 3. The shot that time not on target. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Inside. The kick out to Holiday. Releases. The Clippers grab the miss. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. George finds Leonard. Back to George. Lets it go from deep. That one doesn't go, but he's still shooting 50%. 5 of 10. Bucks leading by 16. Now here's DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo dishes to Tucker. Milwaukee the rebound. DiVincenzo against Batum. And the rejection by Zubac.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bucks.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Brook Lopez.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Holiday up top, guarded by Jackson. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. That shot off the mark. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. A nice shot by George.
Well, Paul George is not just a gifted perimeter shooter. That touch on the interior is impressive.
Outside Holiday. The three for DiVincenzo. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for three.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Passes to Oturu. Lays it up and banks it in.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defender.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. This was a very strong showing. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Downtown Milwaukee is seat. And
hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Holiday looking for an opening.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
When you make all NBA defensive teams, and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
Now, here's Lillard following the shot by Drew Holiday. Powell kicks to Lillard. The 3. Here's Nurkic. Pass to Lillard. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. To the left wing. And it's Lillard again missing.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, we can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And now Portland on the break. McCollum with the ball. Jacks up a 3. Lillard again missing.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic big and blocking. Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Portland no good that time either.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up. Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, will. So Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Portland leading, and it's the Trailblazers on the break. Powell, no one around him. Nets, the corner 3.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Holiday against Lillard. Poked away. Nurkic with the steal. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. The pass to Lillard. .46 seconds left in the first quarter. It's McCollum on the wing. Over Lopez. Knocked away. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Kanter is a monster on the offensive glass.
Here is Forbes. He kicks it to Tucker. Back to Forbes. Cans it from downtown. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now here's McCollum. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And so the first quarter is in the books. Trailblazers lead by 4. And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis Antetokounmpo had this to say.
I like to stay locked in to the game.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of lift, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Bucks, Bobby Portis out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Connaughton in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Portis. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Out to the wing. It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Anthony. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Hits the front of the rim and out. Bucks trail by 4. Right side, Portis. Over Anthony. Portis kicks to Connaughton. Up top, Tucker. Beyond the arc, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland. Pass to Kanter. Lillard outside. It's good from long range. Lillard's got 9 points.
Well, he's effective in the catch and shoot dating back to his college days. Lillard has brought that skill to the pros.
Holiday goes in. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Lillard the pass to Simons. Back to Lillard from outside the arc. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Portland moving the ball around. Lobs it up for Kanter. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. Portland also making some changes. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
That one drops for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lillard, the pass to Cannon. Back to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Holiday against Lillard. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pass to Lillard. 52 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. From deep. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
And the dunk by Giannis.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
Lillard against Holiday. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 14 points.
And made only about a quarter of their shots in the first. Totally flat, but they bounced back and built a lead here with a much better second quarter.
DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Middleton's got the lead back up to 1 now for Milwaukee. And a deep three from Lillard. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Deep, and Middleton the bucket on the assist by Giannis. He has 6.
A long shot for sure, but Middleton fully capable from that kind of range.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now let's catch up with David. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They were in a 7-point hole at one stage, but and
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Nurkic is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point. Just 3 to shoot. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
For the Trailblazers, Harry Giles comes in for Enes Kanter. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anfernee Simons. McCollum outside. It's Powell on the wing. Back to McCollum. Fades. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Giles has got it all tied up now for Portland.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. He's guarded by McCollum. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Middleton can't get it to go. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And Jones with the stuff.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Bucks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. The first free throw is good, and the Bucks with some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
McCollum dishes to Nurkic. And the pass to Giles. The three from McCollum. Keeps it alive. Giannis grabs the miss. Milwaukee has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. It's stolen by Jones. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It's on Bobby Portis.
Well, C.J. McCollum could teach a class on how to get in one opportunities.
A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Giles. Anthony comes in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Powell. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Portland leading by 3. Pass to Nurkic. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Portland no good that time either.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Antetokounmpo passes to Portis. Here's Connaughton. Clock at 6. Antetokounmpo finds Antetokounmpo. Lillard with the rebound. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Bucks trail by 3. Giannis drives in. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Giles checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for C.J. McCollum. Lillard fires away from way outside. Portland no good that time either.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Forbes has got 6.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Holiday against Lillard. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
What a luxury for a staff to have a guard who can do this. Lillard able to elevate quickly for the monster jam.
And stolen by Lillard. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Now it's a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Holiday against Lillard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Holiday. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Lillard with it. He's got 19. Passes it to Giles. Back to Lillard. Just 3 on the clock. And Lillard throws it down.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read. Calls his own number and then sends it home.
The third quarter comes to a close. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's Holiday. They've got Chris Middleton. Brook Lopez is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Holiday, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Knocked loose. Lopez outside. Feeds it to Holiday. It's tipped. Here's Tucker. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. And the first one drops. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for the Bucks.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from Tucker.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Holiday against McCollum. Pass to Giles. Dishes it to Powell. Shot clock at 6. Lopez with the block.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots.
Bucks trail by 3. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Middleton outside. That's tipped. Second chance shot.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for your Bucks, Dante DiVincenzo. At the line for 2.
Free throw dropped for DiVincenzo.
And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season. But in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
The kick out to Holiday to take the lead. Bucks passing it around. Now the pass to Middleton. A putback. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Portland leading. Here's McCollum, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Now McCollum a blur that time in transition. A quick-footed guard who runs the floor like a gazelle.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Holiday against McCollum. The shot by Holiday, no good. Middleton against Powell. And it's McCollum in the corner. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And now your Milwaukee Bucks dancers.
And the Bucks with some changes. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Harry Giles is checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Lillard subbed in for Norman Powell. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
The throw drops for DiVincenzo. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
And that one goes out of bounds. As touched by Lillard. Bucks trail by 4. A Holiday. DiVincenzo finds Antetokounmpo. Stolen by McCollum. Lillard, right side. Pass to Canner. Lillard against DiVincenzo. What a jam!
Fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Holiday, the pass to Connaughton. Looking for Anthony, and gets it there. Lillard way outside. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
Yeah, I think the scouting report says you got to chase him off the three-point line. Not a good job defensively there, but a great job by Lillard to knock it down.
Passes it to Giannis. To the wing right side. And it's good off the back rim and in.
A great floor awareness says that Antetokounmpo has a sense for when the D has overcommitted or shifted his way, and then he finds where his teammate is open on the floor.
Lillard fires away from way outside. It doesn't go for him. The Bucks go the other way with it. Stuffed. And he recovers it. Second shot opportunity. And Cantor pulls it down. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
And Damian Lillard, good for the 3. Lillard's got the lead up to 11 now for Portland.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Intercepted. It's tipped. Kicks to Cantor. And McCollum now atop the key. Lillard fires away from way outside. Rebounded by the Bucks. And he jams it with authority.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And he commits the intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
But you got quicks, you got instincts, and you got aggression. Damian Lillard capable of taking over just about any time he wants.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're trailing by 11. 1 second left to play here in the fourth. now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. And in the locker room, each guy has been going over it.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Both teams tonight dealing with some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. They've got Powell. Anthony is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's McCollum, and it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Los Angeles, Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Jackson in at the point. Powell, that's good. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position. And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. McCollum kicks to Powell. Just 5 to shoot. Anthony. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Again, Los Angeles. Here's McCollum. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
From the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Here's McCollum. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
Rondo is so tricky, consistently looking to take advantage of the defense being too physical with him.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. It's McCollum on the wing. And there's the pass to Cantor. 6 to shoot. Three-pointer, Lillard. And the three ball is good.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
Out to the right wing. Here's Mann. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Lillard left side. Nice shot from the wing. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Now here's Rondo. Out left to the wing. Mann passes to Leonard. That one good for 2. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Lillard against Rondo. Cuts it 5 from 18. Trailblazers keep it alive. Cantor finds Anthony. It's tipped. Kicks it out to McCollum. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The shot's good from Cantor.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Now here's Rondo. Passes to Mann. Back to Rondo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. We've got 22 seconds left in the first. Lillard looking around. Takes the three. And the Trailblazers another three.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Damian Lillard. Derek Jones is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Simons in at the shooting guard position. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. To the paint, Simons. It's good on the putback. Simons has got his first basket.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of it.
Jackson passes to Kennard. And the dunk by Zubac.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
Simons, the pass to Covington. Here's Simons. Kennard covering. Jackson finds Kennard. Batum against Jones. Pass to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Tipped away. From 10 feet out. The putback. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Portland the other way. Powell for 3. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Pass to Kennard. Shoots from the right block. And the basket is good. And the Clippers lead by 3. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. Or how about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. He kicks it to Powell. Yep, it counts.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Now here's Jackson. He's tightly guarded. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist in this one. And Simons, who's got the ball here for Portland. They trail by 6.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
Cantor dishes to Jones. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot, and it's Simons missing.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Morris, no good.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
The pass to Kennard. In the corner, it's Morris. Kennard with the ball. Now Covington defending. Kennard kicks to Morris. Jones against Jackson. Jones, the pass to Covington. 46 seconds left to play here in the half. There's the triple. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Another shot, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Quick to fire off the pass. Got to stay up on Covington, or that will happen.
Jackson passes to Batum. Los Angeles with another miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And the dunk by Powell.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. In the corner, Kennard with it. Pass to Jackson. Now Zubac. Excellent D from Cantor.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
And I thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. And that...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Trailblazers shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 5 assists tonight.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Here's Giles. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And that one, good.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Feeds it to Batum. Kicks it to Leonard. Outside, George. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. George has got 9 points.
He's been doing this a long time. George can hurt you from outside, inside, and everywhere in between.
Jackson against Lillard. Off target with his 3. Clippers leading by 3. He lobs it up. And now it's Giles running. He can go all the way. It's not going to go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And that one drops for him.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Giles. And the rejection by Zubac. With the putback, and Leonard stays with it. And it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
Great anticipation. He has great hands. Kawhi gobbles up second chance opportunities.
Back to Lillard. Down low. Gets it to go. That one good from Giles.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Left side Jackson. His first shot coming late. Misses off the left iron.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
Pass to Anthony. Over to the wing. Here's Lillard. To the wing on the left. Little passes to Giles. Lillard outside. 4 on the clock. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
George, no good. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. A 2-point game. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. 1:46 left in the third. McCollum against Rondo. Almost, but it rolls out. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Patterson finds Rondo. Outside, George. To the middle. And finished off by Leonard.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Powell, the pass to McCollum. 1:06 left in the third quarter. There's the feed to Nurkic. The rebound by Patterson. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Driving with a purpose. Leonard shakes off the hit, maintains focus, count it.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Puts one up from 19. Count it. There's 38 seconds left here in the third quarter. And here's Rondo. Here's Mann. And contact on the shot, so he'll be. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McCollum with the ball. Pass to Covington. Back to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Off target on the 15-footer.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
The Clippers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight, and the first one at the line is good. The Trailblazers making a switch here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Now, here's Lillard. From deep three-point range, off target with that shot. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return shortly. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them And what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the court for the Trailblazers, Nurkic is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Powell in at the 2 spot. Los Angeles leading by 8. Morris outside. Back to Rondo. Morris outside. For 3. It's stolen by Jones. Pushing it up. Lillard outside. Dishes to Jones. Shot clock at 5. Fires from deep. Lillard misses.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Sure. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 3rd assist on the night. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Lillard from outside. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Hey, continue to stack it up from 3. He's got 2 in each half so far.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. Back to Powell. There's the dish to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. A 3-pointer off the mark.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
And it's George finishing it off.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well-versed in finishing above the rim.
Now Powell. Back to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Having a monster night from beyond the arc. He had 2 bombs in the first half, now 3 more since.
Morris right side. Back to Rondo. He dishes it to Patterson. Here's George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
McCollum's checked in for Powell.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Here's Nurkic. Back to Lillard. He feeds it to Kanter. The pass to Nurkic. Shoots from 14. And that one hits back iron. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. Leonard. Batum. Good. Batum's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
Jackson against Lillard. Inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Just a load. I mean, at 7 feet, Nurkic also moves well, and that combo gets him to the line a bunch.
Los Angeles leading by 8. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Jackson passes to Zubac. Here's Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 10.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Takes it out to Leonard. And here's George for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. McCollum with the ball. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Outside Leonard. From deep. And Cantor pulls it down. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Feeds it to Lillard. Leonard with the steal. Pulls up on the wing. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Right side Jackson. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Blazers on offense.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And even if they make it, they need an immediate foul no matter who catches the ball.
Leonard on the wing. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Just keeps racking up the accolades. Kawhi's been an all-NBA first-teamer, a Finals MVP. You think he smiled more.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena before the game. Important to make a splash in hospital. And they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
And the Clippers starting 5. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jackson, and it's George in at the 2 guard. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Holiday up top, guarded by Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Trying to get open is Lopez. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Outside Holiday. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard's got the ball. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. And the rejection by Jackson. tries from 16. The shot by George, wide open. The three-pointer is right on target.
Well, the three-point shooting of Paul George is an important attribute. Because he can put it on the deck, he's got to balance it with that kind of look right there.
Here's Holiday. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now here's Leonard. And he comes up with the deuce.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard's got the ball, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Can they get it? It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 rebounds in this game. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to lead. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Javi Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Kicks it down to Middleton. And the Bucks miss again.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Morris. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Basket counts. And so it's Milwaukee now. Still without a basket in the game. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played.
Oh, what a dunk! Out below!
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
Man, and he converts the layup.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Bucks trail by 15. Here is Forbes. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Connaughton. Stolen away. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. Launches the three. Poke loose. And it's the Bucks ball. Here's Connaughton. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. From outside off the mark. 19 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Middleton, and he banks in the layup.
And good to see the hustle from Middleton here. He's a good partner to have on the break, and he's quick to get up the court.
Now here's Rondo. He's guarded closely. No problems knocking that one down.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
5 seconds left to play here in the first. It's good on the putback.
Well, you have to get something out of that possession, and thanks to Patterson's work on the glass, heads-up play to score that.
And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shoot. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed...
this game, it's...
You know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
P.J. Tucker is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the platoon. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second one.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Clock at 6. George from deep three-point land. Off target from three-point range. Bucks trail by 13. Tucker the pass to DiVincenzo. And George, here we go.
That's phenomenal athleticism on the drive. Paul George just sprints past everyone with ease.
Timeout called, the Bucks. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of them.
Yes.
And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
D.A., thank you. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Jackson passes to Zubac. And here's George. He has 5. Here's Jackson. The shot's good on the assist by George. And the Clippers lead by 15.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Leonard against Antetokounmpo. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
George with the ball. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Antetokounmpo against Leonard, and Giannis gets it to go. Giannis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
Outside Jackson. Outside Batum. Here's George. Good work there as it goes. George has got 7.
There's a toughness in the attitude of Paul George. Perfectly fends off the D on his way to the rack.
Here's Holiday. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
It's his first trip to the line.
It was a little bit of a battle for him all season long. Last year, only shooting about 71%.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Reggie Jackson. And Rondo gets it to go on the assist by George.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball. Exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
And some changes here for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
One more time, let him hear it.
Morris looking over the floor. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
For Milwaukee, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
In team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon. Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now Rondo. Morris outside, takes a 3. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Morris has got 5 points so far.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Milwaukee.
One more time, let him hear it.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Outside Holiday. Middleton for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And stolen by Portis. Shoots. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now here's Rondo.
An excellent defender.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 8 points. And that's a wrap.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point. Outside, George. Here's the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and tremendous high school coach who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
A determined shooter who excels at the charity stripe. Middleton will gladly head to the line.
Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. Terrific, terrific play.
3 terrific kids. You're right.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Pass to Zubac. Just his first attempt. Jackson, rebound by Brook Lopez.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And it's the Clippers with the rebound. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's Leonard. The rebound by Brook Lopez.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Here's George, and the layup falls. 9 points for George.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Here's Holiday, and the shot goes in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Fires from 18. Zubac kicks to George. Back to Zubac. 5 on the clock. And that one is off. Now the Bucks take it the other way. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. And the Clippers with a change here too. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. George with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. Here's Patterson.
Lopez needs to hold down the fort on defense. An incredible wingspan to get that one.
And the call on the, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Holiday in for Dante DiVincenzo.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And the wide open shot from Morris. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
Here's Holiday. The Clippers grab the miss. 1:09 left in the third quarter of the game. George passes to Patterson. To the left side wing. And George, here we go. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
You have got to have the right focus and the right reads in the pick and roll. And Paul George making all the right decisions right now, slicing up the defense.
Rondo against Holiday.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
The line for your Bucks, Drew Holiday.
That free throw good from Drew Holiday.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
And Rajon Rondo, the basket on the assist by Patterson. Rondo's got 6 points.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
In the corner, George with it. And another three for the Clippers.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Antetokounmpo to the wing on the left. It's deflected.
Well, persistent defense on the part of Patrick Patterson. This guy anticipates the shot and says, no, sir.
Passes it to Morris. Kicks it to George. And George with the stuff.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Well, that's the wingspan of Paul George. He is so good at bothering shooters with that.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Right back after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Holiday. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
It's been all Clippers. To the inside. Here's George. Score the basket, his eighth. 8 for 13 from the floor.
The speed in transition. Paul George is dynamic in space. That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Rondo passes to George. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 5th assist in this one. Holiday goes in, and Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Rondo against Middleton. Here's George. Off the left rim and out. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
And it's Milwaukee's ball. And the dunk by Giannis.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Defended by Middleton. Back to Jackson. Lopez with the block. Here's DiVincenzo. And there it is for him.
Do you know this? If you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
Here's Jackson. Out left to the wing. Launches it. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Here's Coffey. There's Jackson with the 3. Clock at 4. Here's Kennard. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Kennard's got his first 2 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Kennard for 3. And that's collected by Drew Holiday.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Clippers.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for George.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Jackson against Holiday. 44 seconds left in the game. Kennard for 3. No good there. And Milwaukee the other way now. Here's DiVincenzo. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
The drive by Jackson. Holiday with the block.
An aggressive defender who pressures ball handlers. Nobody should be surprised to see Holiday sending shots away.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Pass to Coffey. From past the arc. And no good. So the Clippers winning this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now, all right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for great. Coming right up. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome. But it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his first foul. McCollum against DiVincenzo. Shoots from the elbow. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Look, and when someone's open, Lopez will find him, using his height to see over the defense.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Lillard way outside. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Now Powell. McCollum outside. It's Powell on the wing. No good off the back of the rim.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And Portland has possession following the bucket by the Bucks. Passes to Lillard. Fires the three. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And that one's good by Giannis.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Now here's Lillard. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Here's Middleton. Rebounded by Covington.
Not the guy you expect to be missing a bunch.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Connaughton's checked in. Good on the triple.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, and call him a find.
Giannis passes to Holiday. Back to Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. Lillard scanning the floor. From deep three-point range. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound in this one.
If he'd been even halfway decent today, the score would be a lot different, but he can't get anything to fall.
Anthony kicks to McCollum. And the pass to Lillard. Feeds to Kanter. Shot clock at 6. On the money with the open jumper.
You have to admire the assertiveness. Kanter not even thinking about it. He's just firing off the catch.
Outside Holiday. And 1:01 left here in the first quarter. Connaughton. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Lillard fires away from way outside. That one, no good. The Bucks go the other way with it.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Trailblazers trail by 5. It's Solomon to Kumbo. And Middleton with a clear path to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And good to see the hustle from Middleton here. He's a good partner to have on the break, and he's quick to get up the court.
Lillard outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
A ragged start for him offensively, but he'll take it. It brings him to 1 of 8 from the field.
Lillard against Holiday. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bucks lead by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Well, setting the pace early, aggressive mind state. I love their approach.
Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. And Robert Covington subbed in for Anthony. Now, here's Portis. Connaughton kicks to DiVincenzo. Pass to Forbes. 6 to shoot. From deep. The shot comes out.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Back to Jones. To the middle. It's deflected. Down low. Good on that shot. And with that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Nurkic.
Well, I love Nurkic's shot selection. I mean, outstanding at getting to his spots and converting.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. And the Bucks miss again. Inside. And Jones with the stuff.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by Covington. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Simons, the pass to Covington. Launches a 3. A rebound by the Bucks. Now the Bucks moving it up. Here's DiVincenzo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Antetokounmpo inside. Working on Jones, and it's good for 2.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Lillard with it. 6 points for him. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. Shooting foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Got to have more of this moving forward. Portis has the size needed to turn back shots.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound in this one. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Lillard outside. From outside the arc. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
No, looking to connect with the open man, Portis. He's got the right mentality out there.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 6. Fires the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. 4. Somehow misses the two-handed jam. Deflects the pass. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. Their biggest advantage of the period was 7. And that
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Portland trailing here. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. At the forward spots, it's the 2 Antetokounmpo, Thanasis and Giannis. Holiday out there with Chris Middleton, and it's Lopez in at the 5 spot.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end. His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Down low. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist from Antetokounmpo. Lopez has got his first basket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Knocks down the 3-ball. Lillard's got 9.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Middleton on the wing. Lopez right side. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And GA Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
Knocks down his second 3 of the half. I mean, he had 2 of them in the first half also. Doing some solid work from deep.
Holiday against Lillard. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got the fast break chance. And another 3 for Portland.
Drills his 3rd 3 of the half. I mean, that's 15 points from long range for him.
Giannis inside. Covered by Anthony. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his struggles tonight.
Middleton can't get it to go.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Lillard, the pass to Giles. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by Lillard. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. The feed now to Lopez. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And Anthony sends it back. Lillard from deep three-point land. And it's Lillard again missing. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Now here's Giannis. And yes, it's good. 8 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Pass to Powell. Fires for three. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Oh! And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
And a wide-open look for McCollum. The three-pointer, no good. Milwaukee leading by 3. Here's Middleton. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 5th assist in this one.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside Anthony, and it's McCollum in the corner. Rocket 2. Portland again missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
It's Giannis with the drive.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
And the basket by McCollum.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be these days. You need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Enes Kanter, and it's Nurkic in at the center. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Giannis, and Giannis throws it down.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Here is Lillard. From deep. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And how about the confidence to pull up from out there? And what skill to knock it down?
Kanter against Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. Makes it off the glass. Giannis has got 12 points here in the second half.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Now here's Kanter, guarded by Tucker. Nurkic kicks to Powell. Cullen passes to Lillard. Over Holiday. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Here's Connaughton, covered by Lillard. They get it back. The second chance effort. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Now Lillard. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 21.
defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Passes it to DiVincenzo. Now here's Tucker. The three. And Cantor pulls it down.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
Lillard with no one around. The putback, the shot off that time, and Milwaukee will come the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. The kick out to Holiday. There's the pass to Connaughton. Offensive rebound, Bucks. Antetokounmpo passes to Connaughton. And the dunk by Giannis.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
And a deep three from Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing. Bucks leading by 8. Holiday with it. Dishes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Holiday. From deep. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And now it's a 10-point Bucks lead.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the score. He's put this offense on his back. Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, as long as they're hitting like this, how can you blame them? They're on a tear.
Robert Covington's checked in for Nurkic.
Into the lineup of the Bucks.
1:03 left to play in the final quarter. Over to the left wing. By Lillard. Portland grabs the miss.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Oh, yeah, a little room for error now. We'll see what they run.
From deep three-point range, it counts. And now they trail by just 4.
And Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in.
Those free throws helping them to make the lead even safer.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, you're right. They desperately need a bucket, and every second matters.
Knocks down the 3.
Lillard, he just fills out the defense. He doesn't rush it. When they play off of him, he torches him. When they crowd him, he'll pull off the J. If they get too close, he'll drive.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Those are big. I mean, turns into a 2-possession game.
From deep. Good. Another from 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And the jump by Giannis.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They trail by 4. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and quick. No room for error, no time to waste.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.